Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the concept of open sourcing guys and closed sourcing. So I hope everyone knows about this open sourcing, right? So basically if you worked on a project, giving your code for free and uploading it somewhere where anyone who is in need of that code can use it. So that process is nothing but open sourcing guys. Okay, so in the open sourcing model you release the source that you use to create the project the whole world by using GitHub or any other server or any other website. Okay, so if you are not use it to this practice, it might be a bit crazy, right? So why are you doing that? You are just giving your hard work to someone for free, right? So you'll be thinking in that way, but there are many advantages to it guys. So now let us go through some advantages. You may gain positive comments from people who liked it. So basically if it is a project that you spent most of your time building it, so indirectly it is having something special in it, right? Yes, so if that is there, so then your project could get a huge recognition in that community. Okay, so it acts as a public showcase of your work, which may affect your reputation and lead to new opportunities. So basically how will someone else, some other big MNC or some other big company get to know about you? So if your project or if your work has been shared by someone to them and they got to know that you are in search of a job, so in that situation you can get a free job, right? Yes, so in that way. So similarly people who use it to work may suggest or implement features or fix bugs. So basically whenever you code something, there will be 100% chances that there could be many bugs which we even never found of. So if you make your application open source, so many members or many people will start trying to find the bugs and resolving them, because they will be getting some kind of reputation by doing them, right? So you'll be saying that you'll be giving some respect to them, right? So all those things. Okay, similarly by generating early interest in your project, you may get support and mind share of a quality that it would be hard to pay for. Okay, yes, so these are some kind of advantages guys. There are some disadvantages also. Okay, so if people do use your open source contribution, they will most likely be using it in the way of that their interest. So basically if you made some application which could have both potentials of good and bad, so in that situation if someone uses for it, they for doing some bad, so that could lead to a huge issue guys. So that is one of the major disadvantage of open sourcing. Okay, similarly closed sourcing. Closed sourcing is nothing but here you are a huge company and you don't want to reveal any of your coding skills or any of your coding, and everything is licensed here, right? Yes, so those come under the closed sourcing guys. Okay, so you can just go through the theoretical concept. That's what it is written clearly here guys. Okay, yes. Okay, so mixing open source and closed source. So while many industries can exist as a purely one or the other, you shouldn't discount having both coexistent. For example, a particular project has a mixture of its license. So Arduino codes are open source and the other schemas and all those things are closed source. Server codes are closed source, because if someone reveals their server code, so indirectly there could be a high chance of vulnerabilities and breaches occurring frequently, right? Yes, so that is the reason why always the server codes and the backend codes and the codes should be kept in a hidden format and in a proper way. Okay, yes, so I hope everyone got some basic idea on this. So in the next lecture we are going to go through a review of this particular unit, and after that we'll be starting the third unit of IoT guys. Okay, yes, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.